Hey y'all, it's me, Jaleesa, and I just wanted to update, make a video, tell y'all what's going on. I will have to say that recently I had, a little setback, and maybe not so much as it was a setback, but maybe it was just like an eye opener. And what I discovered through this experience is that you hear all the time people say you need to love yourself before you can love anybody else, and you hear it so much now that it's just like, oh yeah, whatever, but it's actually the truth. If you don't love yourself, if you don't have any self-respect, if you don't care about your life, then you're not going to be able to care about someone else. The other thing is, when you meet people, I don't know what this new thing is nowadays. People are, it used to be that, like I've said before, you could give a man or a girl your word and that meant something. Now it doesn't mean anything. You cannot look somebody in the eye and say, you know, I promise to do this or I promise to do that, because people lie every single day about whatever, for whatever reason. And it's sad to ruin a friendship, or it's sad to ruin a relationship, all because you just can't be honest. Just be honest up front. You need to tell people what it is that you believe in, if you feel you need, or whatever. Basically, you need to lay your cards out on the table. Now, some people would disagree with that because they're saying, well, there's no mystery or whatever. But you know what? Forget about mystery. Forget about trying to be, mysterious and keep up the suspense, because suspense, it comes and it goes. The excitement comes and it goes. You need to look at the person. Who are they today? Who are they going to be in, like, 2 or 3 years from now as well? What I've also discovered is that people feel different things, and one week you could really like a person, the next week you could really not like a person, and your emotions go up and down or whatever. But solid stability. You have to be stable in your own life before you can add someone else to your life. It does not make any sense, and it is not fair to someone else who wants to be a part of your life for you to put on a front as if you have this great life and everything's in order or whatever, when you know deep down inside that you really don't. That is unfair to the person who you're trying to add to your life. So I say to those who are out in the world dating, please, please, have some kind of stability in your life before you want to add someone else. If you want to have a boyfriend and girlfriend, you need to prepare yourself for that person that's going to come in your life. You need to know that, okay, I need to get this in order. If they have this, I need to have that. If I have this, they should have this. There needs to be an equal ground. There should be, once you have, reached adulthood, you should not be carrying anyone else's weight but your own. You need to, it's a 50-50 type of thing. You do, I do. We do together and we both get to benefit. And that's pretty much it. Um, I really had, I'm learning. My career, wise, is going great. I get to sing and I get to spend time with my grandma now, and I'm having more time, getting ready to go back to school. So my life is really great. It's going well. I just, and now I'm at this point in my life where I get to pick and choose who I want to be on on my new support team. Um, I've come so far. I've worked so hard to get to this point in my life, and I don't feel that I should backtrack or regress simply because one person just cannot be honest, or simply because a few people just, are not strong enough to handle my ability to write and speak and form thoughts at a rapid pace or whatever. In other words, they just can't handle me, and that's fine, But at least at the end of the day, I've always been honest with myself, and that's another thing that you have to consider. At least when you go to sleep at night, I was honest with myself about what needed to be done. and that's it. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.